Hello beautiful people, welcome to my channel Become the Disruptor. My name is Magda. I'm a trauma-informed and qualified therapist, and today we're going to be talking about nervous system gym. Now, why I'm calling it like this? This is because your nervous system, for you to heal, for you to grow, whichever you want to do, because nervous system capacity is essential for healing and is essential for growth. And in order to do that, your nervous system does not need intensity, does not need challenges, does not need something that is dramatic. No, it needs repetition. It needs repetition in various contexts with different people, and this is how your nervous system does is in nervous system gym and does the reps. Now, let me tell you specifically how you can do that from today in your life and basically start getting results. And of course, you can do that by yourself, because absolutely you can do it, or you can hire a practitioner like myself who can help you with the nervous system gym, because sometimes we need help. And just like, you go to the gym, some people will hire a personal trainer. You can hire a therapist who done the nervous system work with their previous clients, got really good results, like myself, and there's some other clinicians who do the same. So everything that I'm going to be saying to you is neuroscience-based, and it's based on the neuroscience by Jack Panksepp. So let's start with a little bit of neuroscience, so you will know specifically where to start your nervous system expansion, building your nervous system capacity. So Jack Panksepp introduced 7 basic emotional circuits that Mother Nature put in our brains. That's why, because when you're going to be doing the nervous system reps, I don't want you to focus on building more vocabulary around your emotional states. We're going to simplify it. So, and we're going to simplify it with the emotional systems and emotional circuits that we do have biologically already in our brain. So we can simplify it. So therefore, you're not going to be moving into cognition whilst you're doing your nervous system reps. Yeah. So the emotional circuits are fear, panic and grief, lust, rage, care, play, and seeking. As you can see, there will be some, let's say, uncomfortable physical sensations that will be maybe involved with feeling fear, but there'll be also some pleasant physical sensations involved with feeling the care or feeling the play. Yes? So once you've got that basic vocabulary, because we're going to be this is biology only, and like I said, this is nervous system repetition. Yeah, so you can actually start seeing what is actually going on in your life and what are the patterns that you are repeating. So once you start knowing those basic 7 emotional states, start recognizing when they light up during the day. So let's say you can be very geeky and very precise about it. So you can, let's say, make a table, write those 7 emotional states, and at the end of the day, you can look at your day and think about, okay, how many times fear showed up? How many times panic and grief showed up? Panic and grief is usually linked to the loss of any attachment, things like that. So you can, and seeking, for example, is more towards like curiosity, exploration. So think about, okay, what is actually going on for me during the day emotionally? And now when you're looking at that, I want you to think about, okay, are you able to stay in the body in that physical, biological state? And if so, how long before you start reacting? And by reaction, I mean also, reaching out, scrolling, trying to escape from the body. That is a reaction already. So nervous system gym is all about feeling the raw physical sensation and allowing that physical sensation to complete its loop. That's when that rep is done. Only then. Okay, so once you know, and once you know because the knowing based upon your everyday life, so let's say you're going to start observing those emotions from today, and you're gonna look at your day, and you're gonna be like, okay, this is what I'm feeling, this is more or less how long I can stay with those sensations. You're gonna see basically the current capacity of your nervous system. This is the current capacity of your nervous system, and you can see then if that capacity is low. So for example, you can stay very briefly with, let's say, play or care, but also with fear and also panic and grief. If you can only stay for a few seconds or for a minute or 2 minutes, that is a very low nervous system capacity. So you have to extend that. If you are reacting straight away, you're trying to escape your body the moment any physical sensation comes up, then no wonder that your healing is stuck. No wonder that you cannot grow, because you're still reacting to the basic biological states that your body is producing. So you're not using your cognition to allow you to those emotions to complete those loops, but actually you using the cognition to escape and to run from them. So once you know with which emotional states you are struggling, and maybe that's all of them, and that's okay, guys. I've been there. So I've been struggling with staying with all of them before reacting. So my nervous capacity a few years ago was really, really low. So I was, and when my clients started working with me, their nervous capacity was low as well. But those people who persevered and those people who stayed and did the work in therapy, so put in the nervous system reps, they got really good results, which you can check on my website. But we're not talking about that. So once you know with which emotions you're struggling, pick one. But I don't want you to only pick, let's say, panic and grief and focus on that. No, I want you to guys start really thinking about that healing and growth. It's not about only feeling the really uncomfortable stuff. You have to start learning to feel pleasure. So let's say, I would really encourage you guys to start with seeking, feeling, so that curiosity when it arises, feeling care for other people, for yourself, and feeling play, so that playfulness, social bonding with yourself and bonding with other people, animals, whichever. Start feeling and start staying with that. Teach your body how to stay with pleasant emotions. Once you start building capacity there, you will notice that naturally your capacity with those uncomfortable emotions will start rising up too. So once you start doing the reps, so let's say now that you know your nervous system capacity on all 7, focus on one and build capacity of that one emotion. And like I said, focus on one pleasant one. So you're going to start associating healing and growth with pleasantness, not only, oh, I need to do the rep in the gym for panic and grief. This is not life only. So focus on that one emotion, stay with it as long as you can. And what you will notice is that you will notice the capacity for other emotions will start coming up, but also you will start noticing your actions will naturally start being different. It's almost like it was across the board that all my clients, whenever they started increasing the nervous system capacity, and that happened to me as well, you start naturally taking different actions because you're not reacting anymore. You're staying longer and you build it. And that confidence, my loves, that confidence that you build from this work is very quiet. It doesn't need to shout, doesn't need to defend itself. It's not defensive. No, the confidence is quiet, but it's very powerful. So do this, start doing this work. And if you need help, You know where to find me. You've got the link down below for my website. You can check the feedback that I got from my other clients, so you can kind of see what sort of practitioner I am. But also, if you want to see what sort of practitioner I am, you can watch some other videos and then just decide for yourself whether I am the clinician that you would like to work with. But nervous system gym, you can start doing that, and you don't need a clinician for that. You can just do it by yourself. But if you need help along the way, you know where to find me. And of course, like, share, and subscribe. And I'm gonna see you in my next video. Bye bye.